As someone who has experienced a fire on their property, I cannot emphasize enough the importance of fire safety. In just a matter of minutes, a small flame can turn into a devastating inferno. If you live in a fire-prone area, here are 6 things you can do to reduce the risk of fire on your property. I say preventative because when dealing with fire, you should always leave it up to professionals. Firstly, evaluate the risks and educate yourself during the off-season. A lot of this information is easily accessible via Canada's FireSmart program. These charts teach you how to evaluate things like your home and critical infrastructure. You'll look at things within your home, such as materials and ventilation, to items on your property, such as where does the wind blow in from during the fire season, what type of forest and foliage surrounds your property, and what fuel and what routes does the fire have onto your property. Ultimately, an S100 Wildfire Basic Training certification can go a long way to understanding fire behavior and risks, as well as what equipment is useful for different situations and how to use it. At Fifth World, having members of our team with this training was an asset during one of our recent emergencies. Second, preparedness is huge during the fire season. So, having basic tools and suppression systems on hand in case a small fire starts is key. Time is everything with a fire. For instance, all farm vehicles should have a Pulaski or shovel as well as a backpack water pump with them during the fire season. This was part of the reason that the local ranch fires here in Kamloops didn't get out of control. Third, having a well-designed suppression system is amazing if you want to bolster your property's resilience to fire, but you need to know where they're stored, how to use them, and they need to be kept in good working condition to be effective. When the Fifth World consulting team designed this property, we made sure we created a suppression system that is self-sufficient and that our owners had the resources and training they needed to operate it. Fourth, ultimately we'd love to leave firefighting to the professionals, but there are limited resources, especially after a large lightning storm, and there can be various opportunities for you to play a role. One aspect of a wildfire that you can familiarize yourself with is how to report it in a timely and concise manner. After seeing new smoke in the distance from a fire that started on a ranch, we had the fire reported in detail within 4 minutes, which gave the firefighters a huge jump on getting things under control. Being able to describe exactly where the fire is, how big it is, and its behavior go a long way to helping get a speedy response. Fifth, ladder fuels really increase the ability of a fire to build up and climb to the top of the canopy where the wind can take it. Fuel modification, like you can see our Fifth World team doing, is a great thing to be done before the fire season or if there's a fire threatening. The best resource to find out what you can do is to check out FireSmart Canada. And sixth, you can also create firebreaks and defensible space around your home and property perimeter. You need to keep in mind whether you might be dealing with a low-burning grass fire or a crowning forest fire in order to design and maintain adequate fire breaks on your property. Lastly, have a well-practiced fire escape plan. Know multiple ways to exit each room and designate a safe meeting point outside. Regularly rehearse this plan so that it becomes second nature during an emergency. Fire doesn't discriminate. It can happen to anyone, anywhere. So let's be vigilant, prepared, and committed to fire safety. With the way you design your land and preventative measures, you can make a huge difference in the safety of your property in fire season.